Welcome to the Westchester Country Club in Harrison, New York for this edition of Curbside Chat. The West Course here has been home to the Buick Classic since 1990. Its scenic grounds were designed in the 1920s to provide almost 7,000 beautiful yards with no man-made lakes. The 8-story clubhouse of stucco and brick is designed in the style of an 18th century Italian villa. It was designed by the same architects who created New York's Grand Central Station. Through the Buick Classic, Buick has provided millions of dollars to worthy charities like the United Hospital Medical Center, as well as 13 other area hospitals and children's charities. Preparations are now underway for the tournament this weekend that boasts an impressive $1.2 million purse. We're going to focus on Buick's golf marketing activities a little later. But first, a bit on current business. The heart of the selling season is upon us. Buick Value Days are in full swing, and many of you are taking full advantage of this opportunity. The promotion runs through mid-August, and you still have time to tie in your merchandising efforts and to work the prospect lists that were provided. Well, congratulations on helping propel Buick to achieve the best month of May in 5 years. Retail sales of the Skylark were up 32% over last year and were higher than any month in the last 2 years. Century sales continued their strong pace, and model year sales are now at their highest in 4 years. And Park Avenue retail sales were up again for the 10th month in a row. The sales were 38% ahead of last year, and they continue to be stimulated by the popularity of the marketing car. Well, with results like this, you've got a lot to look forward to. We all know how Buick's reputation for quality helped to drive our image and our sales when the LeSabre was named the top of its class by the J.D. Power and Associates in their annual initial quality study a few years back. The initial quality study measures problems per car of early model year production. Well, that survey is part of the reason LeSabre is one of the best-selling cars in the industry. In fact, it's still the #1 selling full-size car in America. Well, the 1994 J.D. Power New Car Initial Quality Study was just released, and this time, the Buick Park Avenue was named #1 for quality in its class. That's right, #1 for all cars in the industry in the $22,000 to $29,000 price range. Well, that's great news for the Buick franchise, and we plan to leverage that fact with national advertising that's going to feature the quality of the Park Avenue. With your support on the local level, we can all promote the fact that the Park Avenue is the highest quality car in its class. The Westchester Country Club provides a beautiful setting for the Buick Classic. You know, it's hard to believe that we sponsored our first golf tournament 36 years ago. That was back in 1958 when the very first Buick Open was held at Warwick Hills Golf and Country Club in Grand Blanc, Michigan. Sponsoring that tournament gave Buick the distinction of being the very first corporate sponsor of a PGA Tour golf event. Golf marketing allows us to reach an audience with demographics that are closely aligned with the Buick buyer. And if anything, it allows exposure to a somewhat younger audience as well. Through our dedicated sponsorship of the PGA Tour, our emphasis on golf has never been greater. We're the only sponsor hosting 4 major tour events. Right now we're here on the 18th green of the Buick Classic, which is held in early June. In August, we sponsor the Buick Open, held in Michigan. Then in September, we have the Buick Southern Open in Pine Mountain, Georgia. And finally, we have the Buick Invitational of California, held in February at Torrey Pines. These 4 PGA tournaments provide year-round exposure for Buick, as well as numerous national and regional merchandising opportunities. Our commitment to golf promotion extends beyond tournament sponsorships. We also sponsor official PGA exposure cars for players and tournament officials. We offer hole-in-one insurance support, sponsor well-known golfers, earn millions of dollars for worthy charities, and even produce our own golf show. Buick is the only car company in the world with the exclusive licensing rights to make the statement that we're the official car of the PGA Tour. In fact, we have official cars at over 40 different golf tournaments across the country. The cars provide great visibility, as well as unique promotional opportunities. And part of the official car contract calls for 2 advertisements during every PGA Tour televised event. Now, many of you take advantage of our official car status in your own markets. Let us know how to put this unique opportunity to better use. Another integral part of our commitment to golf is the substantial charitable contributions that we make through our tournament sponsorships. Research has shown that 78% of adults are more likely to buy a product associated with a cause that they care about. In addition, 54% of adults are even willing to pay more for a product that supports a worthy cause. We're fortunate to have Tom Williams with us today. Tom is not only the chairman of the Buick Classic, he's chairman of the board for the United Hospital Medical Center of Port Chester, New York. Like all great golf tournaments, its success depends on the willingness of organizations and individuals to volunteer their time. The United Hospital Medical Center has been the major backer of the Classic since 1967, and Tom Williams has devoted much of his time to this great tournament by serving on the executive committee, as well as being general chairman since 1989. Tom, tell our viewers a bit about the important role golf tournaments play in supporting charitable organizations.
Well, you know, Ed, charity is what this tournament is all about. Over the years that this tournament has been in existence, we've raised more money than most of the events on the PGA Tour, well over $22 million for charity. Since Buick has been the sponsor of this tournament, with Buick's help, we've raised well over $5 million in the few years that you have been with us. The 14 hospitals that are beneficiaries of this tournament spend over $50 million a year on the indigent. These are the uninsured that the Congress is concerned about in considering the health care problems in this country. And this money is helpful in directly providing medical services to this group of people in Westchester County. We also are using the money to buy modern equipment to provide better services to the entire population that we serve. We cannot easily find the capital resources for this purpose, and the money that is raised through this tournament helps us a great deal.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks for being with us. Through our association with the PGA, we've contributed over $7 million to some very worthy causes. Take a look at the following commercial that we recently produced to enhance our golf marketing effort. It supports our golf affiliation and communicates Buick's high level of social responsibility and community involvement.
As official car of the 1994 PGA Tour, Buick has donated a substantial sum to Easter Seals, the Boys Clubs, Save Our Sports, and the United Hospital Medical Center. In fact, Buick has donated more than $7 million to local charities in the last 4 years. With Buick's approach to the green, everyone's a winner.
Again this year, we're offering hole-in-one insurance support that can be used in your market. Use of this insurance program continues to grow, and it offers opportunities for substantial local exposure. The program allows dealers to sponsor a new Buick as a prize vehicle for a person who makes a hole-in-one on a predetermined hole. Buick participates in the price of the insurance, and the cost to the dealer is really minimal. All you need to do is contact program headquarters 2 weeks prior to the event, and they handle the rest. Everything from administration to dealer signage. Sponsoring golf tournaments in your local market with hole-in-one insurance offers great exposure for Buick products as well as your dealership. Last year alone, over 5,000 golf events were held across the country, taking advantage of the Buick hole-in-one insurance support. I hope that all of you continue to take advantage of this opportunity. PGA tournament sponsorships, golf courtesy cars, charitable contributions, and hole-in-one insurance support are only part of our golf marketing effort. We're more dedicated than ever to sponsoring Buick touring pros. We have high-profile golfers giving Buick exposure to millions of people. The list of Buick touring pros includes Ben Crenshaw, winner of the 1994 Freeport McMoran Golf Classic in New Orleans; Wayne Levy, the 1990 PGA Tour Player of the Year; Kenny Knox, who won the 1990 Buick Southern Open; and Chip Beck, member of the 1993 Ryder Cup team. They're all under Buick endorsement, and they wear a Buick logo visor or hat during PGA tournaments. In addition, they also make appearances at Buick promotional events. The Buick brand identification that these top-notch golfers bring us has been so successful that we've added a 5th member to our Buick team. We're proud to have Steve Elkington also waving the Buick flag. Steve can boast of 3 PGA Tour victories, the most notable being his 1991 victory in the Players' Championship. How many car companies do you know that own their own golf TV show? Well, you do. It's called The Golf Show, and Buick produces it for TV stations across the country. In return, we receive exposure and free commercial time. Take a look. You can find The Golf Show every Saturday morning during the PGA Tour playing year. It's on over 25 stations nationwide, and the show is hosted by Jay Randolph, a well-known sportscaster in the field of golf. Jay interviews golfers as well as celebrities like Bob Hope and Clint Eastwood. The program features weekly golf tips from the superstars of the game, like Fred Couples on Power Golf, Chip Beck on the art of winning, and Ben Crenshaw on how to putt. It has segments on golf history, rules of the game, and new golf products that come to the market. We integrate Buick national commercials into the show, but also have the ability to insert regional dealer marketing group spots. Well, as you can see, our golf marketing efforts are greater than ever. Research has proven that golf delivers a highly desirable audience to Buick, one very closely aligned with the Buick buyer and prospective buyers. I encourage everyone to leverage Buick's commitment to golf in your own markets by sponsoring your own local tournaments with hole-in-one support, tying in your activities with official cars when they're available, integrating dealer marketing group TV spots on the golf show, and by being committed to golf, its players, and its fans. I hope that all of you take full advantage of golf in the summer selling season. It was a tough day on the range. Well, we are in the driving range, and today is the Pro-Am. Many of the amateurs and the professionals are practicing for their afternoon rounds behind us. But first, for some of your questions. First says, is there any way we can enlarge the size of our color chip pamphlets? It's hard for customers to get a true idea from these small-sized chips. Well, we agree with you. In fact, in 1994, we've incorporated the color samples into the back of the catalog. This allows us to have them in each catalog. They're larger, and we've gone from a 4-color process to a 6-color process to give you even more accurate colors. Next said, have you had any discussion about touring tires and bright wheels on Roadmaster sedan? The current look that Cadillac offers seems to be popular. Well, actually, we do have a touring tire. We got the P235 70R15, which is on the trailer towing package. We don't have a chrome wheel, but we have a bright wheel. It's actually the standard wheel, and it accounts for about 40% of our orders so far. Tony asked, can we offer the dark polo green color on Regal? It would look great. We agree with that. However, the paint technology in that particular assembly plant is different from the others, and we can't use the same paint. But we do offer medium jadestone, which of course is a different green. It seems to be very popular, so we're going to stick with that for a while until we change over the plant for some other reason. We have more than one question this month on pearlescent paint. Jay asked, why was pearl white not included in the 1995 Riviera colors? And Bill Book says, when will you bring back pearlescent white for the new Riviera? Well, actually, we are going to bring it back. Next model year, it will be available in '96 if all goes right. And it's actually going to be a different pearl white. It'll be a brighter white than we had before, and it looks really great. So look forward to that. Why doesn't Buick put folding rear seats in all cars? Great feature for pass-through items. Well, as you know, it is available on the Skylark. And certainly on a smaller car like the Skylark, it does offer extra convenience for handling log items and so forth. It does, however, compromise seat comfort, and we're working very hard to get seats both in the front and the rear of the car just as comfortable as possible. It adds cost, it adds weight to the car, so we really don't want to put it on all cars, and it seems to be a feature that in our research is not one of the top reasons for buying. So we're going to kind of stick where we are at the moment and see how it goes. Next question said, why not one gauge cluster on LeSabre? In most cases, customers like real gauges. Less cost and a lot simpler. Well, in '96, we are going to have the custom SE package will contain a gauge package for the LeSabre, so we agree with you on that. Next is from John Moore. He said, Ed, we need more dealer co-op dollars to compete with other manufacturers, particularly in metro areas. Our success in California was largely due to increased dealer advertising tied directly to co-op dollars. Really, in principle, we agree with you. We do need more money in the large metro areas where the cost of media is higher than in other areas. We're one of the few manufacturers that give equal co-op matching funds wherever you are in the country, regardless of what the media costs are. We're re-examining that to see if there's a better way of doing it. We're working with the Marketing Advisory Board on finding the best way and the most equitable way to do it. So stay tuned. Would it be possible to put platinum tip spark plugs in Skylark's 2.3 liter engine? It would be even nicer to say that the only maintenance in the first 100,000 miles is just oil and filter. Well, we agree with you on the platinum plugs. In fact, in 1995, the 2.3 liter will have platinum plugs. As far as 100,000 mile maintenance, however, we're reluctant to do that because there are reasons for bringing the car in sooner than that. We like to get it back to your dealership more often, actually, so you can make sure that the safety items are correct and have a chance to make sure the car is in top condition for whatever the duty cycle is. But and we also, of course, have to keep oil changed and the car lubricated on frequent basis. Oil changes are the best way to keep an engine running long. When will Buick offer a true performance vehicle, a la Grand National or the '72 Skylark GSX? It's been a long time and we could use a standout performance car. What's true, Buick has had a number of performance cars over its long 90-plus year history. Right now, however, we're concentrating and focusing on premium American motor cars, cars that are substantial, distinctive, powerful, and mature. And that's where all our energy is going, and we're working very hard on every product we have to refurbish it, redo it, and bring out all new models. And that's going on now. However, we do have some new engines coming as well, some newer versions of our current engines that are higher performance, and those will be rolling out in the next year or two. So for now, more power will do. Lincoln Mercury offers hands-free or voice-activated cellular phones from the factory. Is Buick planning any factory-installed optional equipment similar to that? Well, actually we are. We're not installing it at the factory, the whole phone system, but we're doing the integration in the engineering, and the phones will be available through dealers for dealer installation. In fact, in the Riviera already has this available, and more than 100 already have been installed. This is the phone. It can be disconnected from the car and used as a portable phone, or it can be tied into the car through a cord and use the antenna on the car. I'd urge all of you to look into this. It's great for the customers. It integrates into the center console, and it also allows you another opportunity for more revenue. Last comment says, Joe Calloway, great job, Ed. The CSI speaker was great on Curbside Chat number 48. Thanks. Well, we really appreciate Joe Calloway making his comments available for the Curbside Chat, and any of you who haven't seen that, it's on the end of the last Curbside Chat, number 48. He does a great job on a subject that we all really need to understand better and know more about. So that's about it for this Curbside. From the Buick Classic in Harrison, New York. Have a great month and good luck selling.